فيلم مالكوم اند ماري بيقوم ببطولته جون ديفيد واشنطن وزيندايا اللي بنرحب بيهم معانا في شوتایم. And let me start with Zendaya. You have previously worked with Sam Levinson in the series Euphoria. Obviously you have a special bond. Was this the reason why you repeated that experience in Malcolm and Marie?
Sam kind of wrote Malcolm and Marie. I mean, he wrote it because I asked. I was like, hey, you know, can we do something? But he, he kind of wrote it for John David and myself. You know, he knew that he was writing it for me, obviously, but the only person in his head when he was thinking of writing Malcolm was John David. So those are the people he saw as he was writing it, and we just kind of fingers crossed that when he called him with about like less than 20 pages of dialogue, that hopefully he'd be interested, you know. I think one thing that I think is special about Sam and I's collaboration is we're brutally honest with each other. So if he writes something and I feel like it's like BS, you know, I'll tell him. I was like, this doesn't work for me. It doesn't make sense. I don't connect to it. And the same way that if he feels like my performance isn't there, or there's a take where I just wasn't connecting, he'll be like, I don't buy it. And in that way, we push each other to be better creatives.
We noticed that the dialogue and the scenario were very strong. Zendaya Malcolm and Mary is considered to be a movie which a long conversation is being held between a director and his wife about his latest films. And we noticed a lot of sentences about art and artists are included. So which of these sentences in the film you felt most expressive for you as an artist?
I think both Malcolm and Marie say that I probably maybe wouldn't say, or would say a different kind of way, or there's things that I've said in my personal life that I just don't feel like I should say, you know what I mean? Like there's all these things.
We actually loved this and felt every sentence you've said. Going back to John, in Malcolm's character, we were stunned by many different emotions like being narcissistic, fearful, joyous. Why did we see the change in the character?
Well, we find Malcolm first in the beginning of the movie. He's in this spirited celebratory mode. You know, he's relieved, he's excited, he's drunk, you know, from joy and love of what happened, how his film was received. And what he's talking about is in the flow of that celebration. He's riding the wave of that feeling, that good feeling. And I think that's what you experienced there. Then we see him later moving around. He's feeling frustrations. He's reacting to what Maria has done. So he has to go outside and have a full breakdown because I think he thinks it's healthy because, you know, this couple they don't really talk over each other a lot. They do listen to each other. They can take the truth from one another. So I think he had to have his process of the truth that he just received from Marie to express himself that way, come back into the bathroom and very calmly, in a very chilling way, have a response.
We felt all of these emotions while watching the movie. So John introducing a movie to the audience in black and white is a high risk. Do you think that this has added an artistic value to it?
Sam chose that. I agreed with it. And it's a lot more pressure though, because black and white strips a lot of things down and you really narrow your focus on the performances. So not only is the writing superb, the frames are great. It is going to look beautiful and we're going to be paying close attention to everything you do and say.
Thank you for being with us. We really enjoyed the movie. وده كان لقائنا مع زندايا وجون ديفيد واشنطن أبطال فيلم مالكوم اند ماري.
نزل التردد الجديد 11785 الاستقطاب رأسي. معدل الترميز 27500. معامل تصحيح الخطأ 5/6.